Petty cash fund. Firstly, what is a petty cash fund? A petty cash fund is a small amount of money that a business keeps on hand and is used for paying for minor expenditures such as postage and supplies. The operation of the petty cash fund involves three main activities. This includes establishing the fund, making payments from the fund, and replenishing the fund. In order to create a petty cash fund, a business must first write a check for the amount they wish to have. Next, they will cash the check and place it under the care of an employee. For example, let's take a look at Christian's bookstore. On the 10th of May, Christian decides to start up a petty cash fund and writes a $100 check. He then cashes the fund and places it under the care of his employee. The appropriate journal entry would include a debit to petty cash and a credit to cash. As both of these entries are assets, there is no change to the overall assets. The next step of the fund involves making payments to the fund. There are two ways that payments can be made from the petty cash fund. Cash can be taken directly from the fund, or employees can be reimbursed. As purchases are being made, it is important that receipts should be kept to help keep track of how much cash is being used. During this process, no journal entries will be made. When the fund decreases, it will then need to be replenished. This can be done through a cash fund replenishment report, which documents how much cash is left remaining in the fund, the amount that needs to be replaced, as well as the receipts. Originally, Christian contributed $100 into the petty cash fund, but now has $25 remaining. He then requests to replenish $75 back into the fund. Christian must journalize a debit to postage, supplies, and miscellaneous expenses, and a credit to cash. Sometimes a business can encounter issues relating to the petty cash fund, such as incorrect change or lost receipts. They will need to make a temporary cash over and short account that will either have a debit or credit balance. Let's say instead of having $25 remaining in the fund, he now has $20. In his total receipts, the amount does not add up to $75 but $80. There is now a $5 difference which will be debited and put into the cash over and short account.